Hi everyone, we're Temple Balls and you're watching Tuonela. Great.
Thanks.
Thank
Have
you
you
very
been doing lots of interviews about your new album?
Not too many, but a few.
Yeah.
One
I
big
think,
one in Finland just recently.
A few, yeah, but it usually tends to, like, the schedule kind of tends to get more intense the closer we get to the release. So I think
And
these
after
last,
that as well.
Yeah. these like last 2-3 weeks before the release, it's always like many
4 interviews today.
Yeah.
Super stoked. Such a good album and we're really proud of it and we can't wait to get it out for everyone to hear.
Some we did and some we didn't.
Mostly we wrote everything like after the previous release, Pyramide. And we didn't really use any older demos. Maybe like a couple riffs ended up from the Pyramide sessions to this album. But mostly we just went for new stuff, you know. And it was very smooth process after all. We had a little break due to health reasons and we were forced to take a little break, and when we got back on the saddle, like writing the new music, we got together and we just started bouncing ideas like crazy, and it was effortless, like creating this album.
And also, usually we don't have that much time, but since like the pandemic and the health issues, like it was a little bit of luck included as well. You know, like usually we have you know, day jobs, then we tour a lot, and we don't have that much time to, you know, write some music. Now we had all the time, like we could easily focus on getting things done in a proper way.
Yeah, very different process compared to the previous one.
Yeah,
but in a good way.
Yeah. So then you mean just having more time was different, or was there something specific different as well?
Well, probably most of it is like timing stuff. Usually we've booked a studio for like 3-4 weeks, and we have to work the whole thing within that time frame, you know, and it gets really busy. Sometimes we can't get exactly everything done, and later on I might record some acoustic guitars for choruses,
some backing vocals,
whatsoever, like additional stuff after that. Even though we worked like 12 hours a day every day, like for weeks, and this time it was different. We had like months, and we this was recorded like all over the place wherever it was just the most convenient. So it was real nice to actually focus properly on everything.
Yeah,
guitar solos and stuff. Like we have something figured out ahead, but when you're in a hurry schedule, you just need to perform like quickly, and that's good enough. Okay, you nailed the solo. Let's move on. You know, stuff like this.
Exactly.
So that was a huge difference, and it made the process feel very comfortable.
Yeah. Do you feel like it also had some kind of an effect on the sound, not being rushed into writing an album?
I think so. At least, like on my behalf, it feels like.
Yeah, well, like vocally, especially.
It's like we recorded some of the stuff, you know, on the pre-production sessions we had, and I went over to Stockholm to record like the actual takes. But instead of using all of those like actual takes recorded in Stockholm, we ended up using a couple of, you know, vocal tracks from the previous sessions we had. So
basically demo session.
Tracks, they were so good. Yeah.
Like why not? The quality and everything was top notch. So
there are demo stuff on the record. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's cool because I made a note that I thought the vocal production was like top notch, but
oh really?
so,
Yeah, but of course we paid attention to details in the demo version as well.
The same dude recorded us like at the pre-production, and then we used the same mics as well. So or like mainly used the same.
We have improved our demos like throughout the like these years, and they sounded very good.
Yeah.
So we were in a rush. Like I recorded those, and then like Jonah said that, well, they were okay, but we can use those like pre-production ones because they are like spot on 100%. So.
Yeah, not everything was used from but like a few songs.
Do you have an example?
Yeah. Stand Up and Fight at least. Then some other.
I'm not even
which
sure.
which I cannot remember anymore. Like it was like we bounced like back and forth those takes and
and basically Jona had all the tracks and he could just use whatever he wanted to use. So we're not even entirely sure ourselves. What was the exact tracks?
It might be on some song it might be like that the verses are taken from the pre-production sessions, and then like for example one chorus might be from the actual like recordings.
All we can say for sure that Strike Like a Cobra and No Reason is not not
that's
demo tracks.
true.
That we know for sure, but not exactly sure for the rest.
Everything else is like
half and half.
Half and half. We just we were in the same place together when we recorded those.
It was
those
like
those were
teamwork.
those were actually like the only two songs that we like recorded all together, like that we were in the same studio at the same time.
Yeah, like I said, this album was mostly recorded all over the place.
Yeah, remotely.
Some vocals in Stockholm.
4 studios.
Probably 4 studios.
That,
But anyways, the result was really, really good. We were very happy how it turned out because we were a little unsure how this will sound at the end, since we're like sharing the responsibilities more and we don't have the producer, the leader, so to speak, when recording there with you. And then we just, if there was something that I wanted to confirm, maybe like regarding guitar tracks, if he had any opinions on some specific part, I just had to ask him or do the tracks, and he probably few spots he messaged about that, play this part differently, and then I just did it. It was effortless after all, and like I said, very smooth and nice process like overall. We were thinking about the guitar sound all in all regarding this album. Like Strike Like a Cobra and No Reason was recorded in a studio in the Studio 57 that we're usually working at, but since this was done differently, we actually reamped everything, and so that means that we recorded like guitar DIs only and sent the tracks to Sweden, and Jona reamped everything.
I think.
And he has like all the amps and all the great gear, so it was just easy, And like you said, it sounds amazing.
We got like Engel, Marshall sound. All those big ones. Through the reamping.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But that came as a surprise as well. Like because we were a little concerned if this will sound as good as using the real amps that we've done before, using Marshall and Dual Rectifier and most of them, but that we have already, we know that they sound amazing. But this turned out
it kind of
really good.
in like, at least in my opinion, it sounds exactly like
I couldn't tell it's only like
only only through reamping. But I also, when we were in Stockholm recording the vocals, I also heard the actual reamping sound. Like I was in the booth listening to that, so I couldn't tell a difference really. It was really cool stuff.
Yeah, I like the post recording stuff with it was teamwork as well. You know, we had this communication channel. Like if we had any ideas or ideas that this should be different or there shouldn't be that part or any issues, we just like figured them out together, and Jona handled the mixing.
Yeah.
And that's how it was done. Very like weird process in a way, but turned out great and nice, comfortable. We haven't really discussed that, but maybe, who knows?
Probably, yeah.
But
most probably.
Yeah, it's
at this point it seems like the best way.
Yeah, it turned out really good. But we also really love being like in the same place all at once. You know, have the sense of
that's the best.
Being in a band, not just like separate musicians all over the Finland
that's the
or
best
Sweden.
Stuff, like, to go
just send tracks to each other, but just actually be there and jam together and vibe together, and you know, just enjoy the process together and
write the music, drink some beers, have a sauna, and that sort of stuff.
Like
which we usually do, like at Studio 57. That's where we usually are recording our stuff. It's been like that, like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and then just, you know, have it's like being on a tour, but then you don't have to move anywhere.
You just stay put.
But you just stay put, but you're together with the band and like and also included like Jona, because he's like a 6th member for us, and it's so much fun always.
Yep.
So in that sense, it would be nice to actually do at least a few of the songs or some parts like all together.
But it's also good to know that we have like other possibilities and chances as well. Options, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned sauna, so that just makes me think like, did you ever take like important decisions in sauna as a band?
Yes.
I don't know. Have we ever made any important decisions?
I think we have decided at least.
Can't remember any at least.
Some songs which would end up being on the album. Maybe not during the recording sessions, but after, like, or beforehand. Like, I don't know. Pre-production or something.
I don't think we do any important decisions while recording the album already. Like the songs have been decided by that point. Yeah. But they still come up like after working for 10 to 12 hours straight, and then go to the sauna, and of course we talk about the albums and the recording process and stuff. But not important decisions.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least, as far as I remember.
Important stuff.
Just hang out and like get ready for the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe some people like I don't know, whatever. Escape.
I like it too. One of my favorites as well. I actually brought that song to the table, and I remember like setting up the gear and okay, I'm gonna do a song. I had that intro riff, that octave thing going on, and I remember I wanted to do something unusual, something that we don't usually do, like don't totally do for a song, which ended up being a quite simple sounding song, but I wasn't sure about the demo version at all. I sent it to the guys and I was like, they're gonna hate this song. And then they were like, holy smokes, we're gonna have to do that. Yeah. And
I think it's like if Alice Cooper and Journey had a baby.
There's
in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like horror themed, you know, the lyrics and all. And also like I in a way I feel that in the music as well, you know.
Yeah, there is this unique feeling, like floating around when you listen to that song. And he actually wrote the lyrics, at least, like the foundation of the lyrics for that song before we started pre-producing stuff.
Yeah,
and he's like a wild man. He likes nature and stuff, so he wrote the song about. Yeah. enjoys being out there in the woods and loves the nature as a theme and stuff. And he wanted to do like lyrics about that. There was some wolf stuff, and I can't even remember the words. But I remember when he sent them to me, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. And it became one of the coolest songs of the album, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think also I really like the vocals on that song specifically as well, because it's like it felt like a little bit different than all the other songs, like you mentioned.
Yeah, Arde's sound on the verses, like with that mystical kind of like a
little. It's fun to sing as well. Like I get to, introduce my voice a little bit better than usually. That's why I love. For example, Stone Cold Bones is one of my favorites as well, and Stand Up and Fight, I could do more aggressive stuff than like, I don't know. It's fun to challenge yourself a little bit in a different way. Usually it's like like high notes and that kind of stuff, but now I got to do some more, which I love to do. Like I don't like to scream that much or like do those high notes all the time. Not anymore. When I was younger, I was like Milienko Matievi, and he's a great singer though, but I was always like aiming for those really really high pitched notes and try to put some effort in those, but forgot how to sing like low key stuff. So now I gotten back to it a little bit. Like I get like
expand the horizon.
Expand the range a little bit.
Yeah. I think it might have its effects on this album.
Absolutely.
Like actually, be more detail oriented about this and actually really get into stuff and think them through.
Yeah.
Not just do stuff in a hurry, Even though it has worked before as well, but still this process was different and kind of better time-wise. Yeah.
Surely, yeah. It's music. It's the best medicine for everything, basically.
Yeah.
It's fun to like hear when people, find some sort of strength from a song that, or like a point in a song which you haven't thought about, or it might be the lyrics, it might be the melodies or whatsoever. Like it's like I said, music is the medicine for many things.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to connect lyrically darker themes to very energetic like headbanging songs.
Yeah, exactly. Like
so you can actually dive deeper into the song if you feel that way, but also you can just jam to it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Have fun.
You don't have to know the lyrics to like get into the music, but then again, if you know the lyrics or enjoy the lyrics, then you'll just get a little bit
more uplifted, maybe.
Yeah, more.
Even though they might have sometimes darker themes, we don't really write lyrics about partying and such shots.
Or we do sometimes. Occasionally.
Well, maybe
there has to be at least one on each album.
Yeah,
which there has been.
Yeah, which is actually quite interesting for a band in your genre, because I feel like most of bands playing the same sort of music are all about that party element. So it's quite interesting.
I think we had those on the first album, so we don't have to put that much of those anymore. Is that we're becoming older? I don't know. Nah, but I don't know. It makes more sense to write more about what interests you or what do you feel in life, like basically.
Maybe that's regarding getting older. The partying lyrics has
Still love the party though. To be honest, but it's not like I don't know if it's different these days. I don't know.
There actually were discussions about that already, and there are plans
for next year.
Yeah, for
early next year, at least in Finland. We can say that in like starting from January, end of January, we'll be gigging around Finland. Then some plans which aren't discussable just yet, but concerning the gigs abroad. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer to expose that information.
But we will share a tour abroad as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Buy the album, pre-order the album, pre-save the album, and hope to see you at the shows as well.
Exactly what he said.